Good morning, Lucy. Is now a good time to talk?
Hey, Betty. Good morning. Sure thing. What's up?
It's about Frank. Has he been busy lately or something?
I wouldn't say so. He's home from work at the same time as always.
Is he tired then?
Not really. He just seems like his same old self to me. Why do you ask?
Lucy, you are keeping my son satisfied by fulfilling your womanly duties to him, aren't you? You know, in the bedroom.
Well, we do sleep in the same bed.
In that case, why haven't you given me any grandchildren yet? You've been married for an entire year already. What are you waiting for, the second coming of Christ? Wait, you're not infertile, are you?
Listen, Betty, I know you're my mom-in-law, but this is ultimately mine and Frank's decision. It's not that we don't want kids one day, but we're going at our own pace, and we'll get there when we're ready. We'd really like it if you could be a little more patient.
I've been doing nothing but being patient with you. My cousin Nora got married after you two, but she already gave birth to twins. And you know Graham from across the street? His daughter gave birth last week. Why does everyone seem to be having babies except you and my son? I'm the only one in my friend group without any grandkids, and the embarrassment is killing me.
I guess we just haven't been blessed with any yet.
You'll never be blessed if you don't do the deed. Goodness me, Lucy, didn't you learn how this works in school? Do I seriously have to spell it out? I wait, and I wait, and I wait, but the news never comes. And I hate to have to bring this up, but I feel I have no choice. You've been getting fatter and fatter ever since you and my son got married. Don't you think your blubbery rolls might have something to do with him not wanting to go near you anymore?
This is a very delicate issue. And I understand how you feel, Betty. Really, I do. We are thinking about it, we just haven't made our minds up yet. We'd really appreciate if you could give us some more time.
I know it's delicate, dear. Do you think I enjoy talking about this? The reason I brought it up is precisely because I have been waiting, but you've made no progress. Be honest, are you infertile? How is it possible that you can't be pregnant after an entire year of marriage? There must be something going on.
I get checked at my gynecologist every year. He says everything's in working order.
I wonder, could it really be? I just can't believe you haven't given me any grandchildren yet.
Me and Frank would love to have kids one day. Believe me, Betty. It's something we've always talked about. But it's also not a decision to be taken lightly. So with all due respect, please understand that and let us decide at our own pace.
Would it really kill you to say, "Okay, we'll do our best"? You can see how worried I am. Put an old dear's mind at rest, why don't ya?
Of course we plan on doing our best.
Plan on? Pfft. Don't forget your position in this family, young lady. You're a stay-at-home housewife.
I work part-time.
What as? A part-time stay-at-home housewife? I can't think of a better way to describe you, actually. How is it that you hardly ever have to work, and yet you still can't even fulfill your basic responsibilities as a woman? Back in my day, women got divorced on the spot if they showed any resistance to being a mother. The world's gone to the dogs, I tell ya. It's time you knew your place, young lady.
Understood.
Don't worry, I'll be passing the message on to my son. I'll have you eating for two before you know what's hit you. What's a baker without any buns in the oven? Get to work.
Hey, Betty. The peaches just arrived. Thanks a bunch.
I'm glad to hear they made it safely. I went out of my way to have them sent over from the most respected peach farmer in America. They cost more than $10 each.
Wow, these are some luxurious peaches. I didn't even know they got that expensive. We're really grateful. Thank you. Frank loves peaches. He'll be over the moon when he sees them.
Make sure you eat your fill, too. I'm looking forward to hearing all about what you think of them.
Betty, I'm really sorry, but I'm allergic to peaches. Always have been. I can't eat these.
Uh-huh. Really? I didn't know that.
Yep. But that doesn't mean I'm any less grateful. It really means a lot that you went out of your way to send us something so special. Frank can have my half, and I just know he's gonna love them.
But they really are the most exquisite peaches you'll ever have the privilege of eating. Would it really hurt you to try one? Go on, just take a teeny-weeny little bite.
Sorry, but I really can't. My allergy is pretty severe. Even just one bite would have me break out in rashes all over my body.
Don't be silly, that's probably only from eating cheap, low-quality peaches. There's no way you've eaten anything this high quality before. Luxury could never be bad for you. Go on, just take a little bite. Anyway, even if you did have a reaction, what's the harm in a little rash? I bet you've never collapsed or gone into shock, have you?
Well, I've never had anything that extreme, but aside from the hive-like rashes that break out all over my body, I also get super itchy. I haven't had an outbreak since I was a kid, but they're so uncomfortable. I remember the feeling like it was yesterday.
Oh, stop being such a drama queen, you'll be fine. You're missing out on the chance of a lifetime if you don't try one. They're the sweetest, most succulent, most exquisite peaches you'll ever sink your teeth into. You absolutely have to try them.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm sorry, I just can't. The thought alone scares me. I'm gonna have to pass.
I see how it is. It's very clear how much I want you to try one, but you're dead set on refusing me, aren't you? To think you won't even take a little bite. You know, Lucy, it's considered good manners to eat things given to you by your superiors, even if they're things you don't like. They say your boss came into work with some cakes she made. I bet you'd eat one even if you didn't really like the look of them out of politeness, wouldn't you? Which only makes your refusal of my supreme kindness and boundless generosity even more despicable. I am your mother-in-law, young lady.
This isn't about me not liking peaches. It's about me being severely allergic and coming out in whole body rashes when I eat them. That said, no, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna eat something I don't want to eat just because the person who gave me it happens to be above me on the social ladder, professionally or otherwise.
You have an answer for everything, don't you? You think you're so clever. Is defying me a hobby of yours? Are you going out of your way to annoy me as much as possible?
No, I'm really not.
Oh, and that's not all. I have a bone to pick with you, young lady. My son told me off for what I said to you about getting pregnant. He told me I had no right to say any of that to you. I bet you were straight off filling his head with lies, painting me as some domineering authoritarian. All I was doing was trying to provide some gentle encouragement because you two are clearly not capable of delivering the goods yourselves.
I just told him what you said to me.
You didn't have to go and do that. The idea was that you were supposed to do what needed to be done to get his juices flowing so he'd be in the mood to make babies, you simpleton. Why did my son have to marry the most thick-headed woman on the planet? You should know that all of our relatives will be at my uncle's wake next week. The thought of inviting such a tactless dullard to such an important family event is so terrifying it keeps me awake at night. I keep having these premonitions where you put your foot in the most awkward, embarrassing way and make me look like a fool in front of the whole family.
Don't worry, I'll be careful not to cause you any problems.
I hope that's true. Forget it, I'm wasting my breath. It's obvious by now that everything I say to you goes in one ear and straight out the other. Just see to it that you don't do anything that affects my stellar reputation in this family, or there'll be hell to pay.
Lucy, what's going on? Why would you go home all of a sudden when my mom's in such a bad way?
Because your mom collapsed.
What kind of reason is that? Wait, is this because she said all those things to you recently? Look, I guess she can come across as too direct and lack delicacy sometimes. But surely you can see how going home when everyone's running around in a panic trying to get her help is crossing the line?
Are you at the hospital now?
Yeah, she's receiving treatment as we speak. They still don't know what caused it, though.
It was all her fault.
Huh? What? Are you seriously saying it's my mom's own fault she collapsed? How can you say that with such confidence? No way. This doesn't add up. What did you do that made my mom start foaming at the mouth and collapse all of a sudden? She was unconscious, goddammit!
I didn't do anything. She drank the coffee that was intended for me. There must have been washing detergent or something else not meant for human consumption in it.
What?
That coffee was meant as a malicious prank to embarrass me in front of the entire family. I noticed the weirdest smell just as I went to drink it. So I swapped it for her coffee while she wasn't looking. That's when she started foaming at the mouth and collapsed, right? I'm well within my rights to be pissed off when someone tries to poison me, Frank. I'm lucky I noticed it before she got her way. Because it would have been me lying in that hospital bed if she did.
Is this for real?
Yes, I can prove it. So I know there's a chance you won't believe me. But that coffee was originally meant for me.
I'm sorry. Damn it! What the hell does my mom think she's doing? She's the worst!
It's okay, sweetie. I'm sorry for hightailing it out of the house without explaining what happened. I should have spoken to you, but I was so mad I could barely contain myself. But I've been putting up with her harassment for so long now. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. I can't forgive her this time.
When you say harassment, do you mean stuff other than pestering you about grandkids?
Remember that box of peaches she sent us the other day?
Yeah, you couldn't eat them because you're allergic, right?
Here's the thing. Your mom knows full well I'm allergic to peaches. I remember telling her about it after we just got married. Now I might be able to entertain the idea she'd forgotten about it, if she hadn't seemed super curious and kept asking me all sorts of questions about how bad it was back then.
Wow, seriously? Still though, it was over a year ago. Don't you think there's even a small chance she forgot?
Maybe, just maybe I would if this was the first time she'd done it. But a few months back, she sent us that box of souvenirs full of candy with peach extract in it. I don't know exactly which part of the peach it is that gives me the reaction, so I play it safe by avoiding all of it. But it seems like she's sending everything she possibly can to try and make me have a flare-up. I told her back then I can't eat stuff with peach in it, so it's impossible for me to believe it's a coincidence.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Lucy. I should never have gone through any of this. I had no idea at all. To think this was going on under my nose this whole time. Gah!
Don't apologize, Frank. I'm at fault here too.
I should have told you. It's just that I didn't want to rock the boat with her being your mom and all, so I figured it'd be best to keep my head down. I know that was stupid now. Keeping it all bottled up inside did nothing but stress me out. I'm sorry to say this, but there's no hope of me ever getting on with your mom. Me and her are done.
Don't apologize, babe. But my mom's the one in the wrong here. She should have never treated you like she did. I'm amazed you managed to tolerate her for so long. I mean, Jesus. She even went as far as trying to poison you. Who knows what could have happened if that went wrong? You could have died for all she knew. Who the hell puts washing detergent in someone's coffee? She deserves everything that happens to her.
Thank you so much for believing me, Frank. But what should I do? It just dawned on me that she might try saying it was me who put the washing detergent in her drink.
Don't worry about that. I'm gonna have the coffee pot tested by a professional. I'll also let the rest of the family know what's going on in advance, so no one believes her lies if she starts pointing the finger. I'm so sorry I doubted you, babe, even if it was just for a second. You don't have a thing to worry about now, because I got your back. I'm gonna protect you no matter what.
Lucy, are you there? It'll finally be time for me to leave the hospital tomorrow. But you haven't been to visit me a single time. My son's just as bad. He's ignoring all my messages for some reason. Care to explain yourselves?
Hey, Betty, I decided I want nothing more to do with you. Frank feels the same way. That's why I need you to refrain from messaging me like this from now on. Thanks.
What are you talking about? You really are a floundering disappointment of a daughter-in-law. How can you both be so cold towards me at a time like this? I'm weak enough as it is without my own family turning against me. Where's my sympathy?
Sympathy for what? It's your fault you collapsed in the first place.
What on earth could possibly make you say that? I've never heard anything so ridiculous. The doctors told me why I collapsed. They said it was because there was a foreign substance in my coffee. So please think before you open your mouth, darling. You'll only keep embarrassing yourself if you don't. I'll never be able to acknowledge you as my son's wife if you keep acting like such a moron. I tell you what, why don't you just do us all a favor and divorce him right now?
Give it a break, Mom! It's Frank. I'm with Lucy. I saw all your messages.
Frank, why haven't you been replying to me lately? I'm so lonely.
You should be grateful I even brought your purse and your insurance card to the hospital.
Frank, please. Why is Lucy always so cold towards me? This has been her attitude ever since you two got married. I think she might be infertile too. Don't you think it's time you started thinking seriously about your future, sweetie? You're still young. There's still time for you to find someone else.
But I don't want anyone else. I made a lifetime vow to Lucy when we got married, and I'm sticking to it. Nothing you say will change that.
Good grief. Why won't you use some sense, boy?
Where's the sense? Go on, I'm listening. Where's the sense in trying to poison my wife with washing detergent?
Excuse me?
The doctors told you they found a foreign substance in your body, right?
Yes.
I had the contents of the coffee pot sent off to a lab. The results came in, and I have a list of the chemicals I found inside it. They were 100% matched with the washing detergent in your kitchen cupboard. You were the one who poured everyone's coffee, right? I know you tried to make Lucy drink it.
No, you're wrong. Yes, maybe it was me who poured the coffee, but I'm pretty sure it was Lucy who had brewed it in the pot beforehand. Lucy did this. Think about it, son. I'm the one lying in a hospital bed here. Why would I poison myself? I know it might be hard to accept, but your wife is the only person who could be behind this.
I asked all of our relatives who came to the wake, and luckily there were several witnesses. When Lucy got up to go and brew the coffee, you stopped her and insisted you'd do it instead.
Really? I'm certain that's not how it happened. Are you sure these witnesses of yours don't just have bad memories?
You kept forcing Lucy to do chores that day, didn't you? She was visibly exhausted, but you just demanded more of her. One of our relatives felt bad for her and offered to help. But you told him to sit down and relax because Lucy would be taking care of everything around the house for the day. That's why they thought it was weird when you made an exception to go out of your way to stop her brewing the coffee and insisted on doing it yourself. You should know that there were several witnesses.
Even if, for argument's sake, all that were true, why would I poison myself by drinking my own washing detergent-laced coffee? I collapsed while foaming at the mouth, for crying out loud.
That's because Lucy noticed you're up to something and swapped your cups while you weren't looking.
She did what?
Still, she wouldn't have guessed in a million years you're trying to poison her with freaking washing detergent. No matter how you look at it, this is 100% your fault, and you got what you deserved. I don't think you need me to tell you how dangerous what you did was after you collapsed and got put in hospital. But you don't know how Lucy would have reacted to that stuff. You could have killed my wife for all you knew. We'll be well within our rights to report you to the cops.
Frank, please hold on a second. Hear me out, okay? I only wanted to give her a little fright, that was all.
You finally admitted then.
I'm sorry.
That's not me you should be apologizing to. Besides, no amount of apologizing will take back what you did. We'll never forgive you for as long as we live.
Please, darling, I said I'm sorry. I never thought it would turn into such a big drama. What else was I supposed to do? That girl never listens to a word I say. I was just trying to instill some discipline in her is all.
Just be quiet. There's no excuse for what you did. You disgust me. I never want to see you again. I'm grateful for you raising me, but you need to leave us alone from now on. You can keep my inheritance. I don't want it.
Frank, please wait. I'm begging you, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I was full of regret over what I did when I woke up in this hospital bed.
Frank's driving now. He can't reply anymore.
Lucy? Driving? Are you outside?
Yep, we just went to collect the results on the coffee pot contents from the lab.
Do you think maybe there's a chance you could come and see me at the hospital on your way back? I want to apologize to you in person. Please stop saying you never want to see me again. You have no idea how much it hurts.
We wouldn't come to the hospital if you paid us.
Lucy, please. I'm so sorry. I mean it. I've never been this sorry about anything in my life.
I've always known you don't like me. You did nothing but send us food you know I can't eat ever since we got married. You say the nastiest, most hurtful things to me when Frank's not around. Anyone else would have probably ended the relationship then and there. But for some reason, I thought it was possible for us to get along somehow. And I thought that if I just stuck at it, things would work out in the end.
My Frank's been spending all his time with you ever since you got married. You stole my son away from me. I've been so lonely. The only reason I urged you to have children so passionately was because being surrounded by so many happy families made me feel so acutely aware of how the clock's always ticking. And I didn't want you to wait until it was too late. But I realize that was wrong now. I'll never overstep my bounds again. I'll acknowledge you as my daughter-in-law.
I'd rather you didn't. We're breaking off all ties with you.
No, please. Don't even say things like that. I'm so sorry.
If you were really sorry, you wouldn't be pestering us to come and visit you in the hospital. The only reason you were being so cocky was because you had no idea we knew about your little washing detergent stunt. We can't associate with someone who thinks like you. You're dangerous.
Lucy, please, will you find it in your heart to forgive me? I'm ready to turn over a new leaf. I'll be extra kind to you from now on.
Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn you were just telling Frank to dump me and find someone else. Let's face it, Betty, this conversation is pointless. How about you do the human race a favor by crawling under a rock, where you can never bother anyone again? We never saw Betty again after that. But not knowing when to give up, she tried spreading lies about me being the culprit behind her poisoning amongst the family when she got discharged from the hospital. Thankfully, since Frank saw it coming and prepared them all in advance, it backfired miserably and she became the target of a torrent of ruthless criticism. She became completely alienated, and now she's living out her retirement in loneliness and isolation. Between the shock of being disowned by her beloved son and her entire family finding out that she tried poisoning me with washing detergent, her spirit was broken, and she stopped leaving the house almost entirely. She was cited by a neighbor who also happens to be my friend lately. Apparently, she looked like she'd aged about 10 years since she last saw her. And she looked so run down and worn out by life that my friend wasn't even sure it was her at first. Even still, I don't feel an ounce of sympathy for her. She really did deserve everything that happened to her. We moved far, far away just to make extra sure we'd never see the mother-in-law from hell again. And we're currently enjoying life in the new house we bought. Half a year after she collapsed, I finally fell pregnant, and now we're making preparations for our son to be born. We didn't tell her back when she was sticking her nose in because we didn't feel like it was her business. But the truth is, we've been trying for a baby for a very long time, and we're overjoyed now we finally have one on the way. I just know that if she was still in our lives, I'd never hear the end of the correct way to be pregnant or the correct way to raise a baby boy. It wasn't plain sailing, and we rode out our fair share of rough seas to get here. But after cutting all ties with Betty, we've never been happier. My priority now is building a happy household full of love and warmth with my amazing, supportive husband and the baby boy we've got on the way. I can't wait to see what the future brings.
Ethan, thanks for visiting today. It gets really lonely sometimes when you're in bed alone at a hospital.
Since you've broken your leg in the accident, you haven't been allowed to leave your bed, right? Bet you love it when people come to visit.
Yeah, absolutely. The only time I can have fun in the hospital is when you guys visit me. I really miss home.
When I asked you if we could live with my parents after Dad fell ill, I was so thankful that you happily accepted it, and you've been taking great care of Dad. You've been really busy looking after Dad and completing housework at the same time, so you really deserve a break, Nina. Get some good rest.
Thanks, Ethan. But it just doesn't feel right to stay in bed all the time, doing nothing. And it certainly wasn't the best time for me to get injured. I bet I've caused trouble for your family.
Come on, Nina. What's there to worry about?
Don't you remember what we decided about your mother's birthday present?
Are you talking about the birthday trip?
Yeah, the trip you were planning to go on with your mother.
With Dad ill, we might have to plan it out again. Mom was really excited about it, so I thought it was the best present I could give her. But there's a lot of things to worry about right now, so we can't just go on a trip with so many things happening at once.
I was supposed to take care of your father while you and your mother were away on a trip. If only I didn't get injured like this. It's my fault, Ethan. I'm so sorry.
We both understand your situation, Hina. Don't worry too much about it. We're family. We support each other during our hardships.
But still...
Nina, there's no need to feel responsible about it. We're not going to blame you or anything. If you just keep bringing this up, we'll all end up feeling uncomfortable. Just be your positive self, all right? You're being too negative right now.
Okay. I'll try not to worry too much about it.
You shouldn't be feeling sorry about anything, Nina. We all hope for your fast recovery. It doesn't feel right when you're not at home.
Thanks, Ethan. Oh, by the way, how's everything going? Any problems in the house? Has Ava been going to school as usual?
Yep, as usual. Mom and I are taking care of Dad for the time being. There's nothing to worry about.
That's nice to hear. I knew I could depend on you and your mother with the housework and taking care of your father. But I was worried about Ava. She tends to overwork herself. Can you make sure she takes a break once in a while?
I think she's capable of looking after herself. She turned 15 last month, Nina. She's not a child anymore. Ava can take care of herself just fine.
Isn't she such a responsible girl? She's willing to help us with housework and takes care of her grandfather when we're busy. Without me at home, I thought she might push herself to do everything around the house.
I think you're also forgetting that my mother and I are also there to help her. Nina, you can depend on us. We're trying our best, you know?
I know you're trying your best. You've been filling my spot perfectly at home with your mother.
Just believe in us, Nina. Don't worry too much about it. Take a good rest so that you can heal quickly and come back home nice and strong.
Okay, Ethan. Sorry. I'm a worrier. It's nice to hear that everything's fine in the house. I'm depending on you.
There's nothing to worry about. Just leave it to us.
The next day. Ethan, are you home from work? I wanted to ask you something about Ava. Do you have time right now?
Yep, I'm already home. What about Ava? Is something wrong?
It's nothing alarming or anything, but when she came to visit me at the hospital today, she looked tired and pale. Is she feeling sick?
I haven't heard anything from her about being sick. I don't think she looked sick when I met her today. Guess you're overreacting.
Huh? Ethan, are you serious? She clearly looked sick. She was so pale, I thought she might faint. She wasn't her usual energetic self.
Really? I never realized she was sick. Hey, if you're so worried about her, how about you ask her directly? You should ask her, not me.
I know I should ask her directly, and I did. But she only replies by saying that she's okay, so I was hoping you might know about Ava's health.
She hasn't told me anything either. She acts normal when she's at home, so I don't think she's sick.
Oh, okay, if you say so. Am I worrying too much again?
I think so. Being away from her is making you more sensitive, I guess. She's been helping us with the housework and takes care of her grandfather as usual. She also hasn't been skipping school. She's her usual self at home, so I think there's nothing wrong with her house.
Maybe that's why.
What do you mean?
I think we might be depending too much on her with everything. She's still a middle school student. She also has schoolwork to do and other things to worry about. Bet she's overwhelmed with all the things she's expected to do.
It's not like we're forcing her to do things around the house. She has always been willing to help with housework and take care of her grandfather. If she wants to do it, why should we stop her?
That's true, but what if she gets overwhelmed with her responsibilities and gets sick?
I told you she wasn't sick. I know you're worried about her because you're away from the house, but you're worrying too much. Ava is perfectly fine, and she knows to take a break when she's tired. She'll let us know if she's overwhelmed with her responsibilities.
Are you sure?
Yep. I've been checking on her at home, so don't worry. Her father, Nina. I'm worried about her as much as you are.
Yeah, I should trust you more.
Do you remember what I told you yesterday? Stop worrying too much about us and take a good rest, all right? You're in the hospital, Nina. You're the sickest one in our family. Stop worrying about others.
That's true. Okay, I'm gonna stop worrying now. But be sure to check on Ava once in a while. She's not good at expressing her own feelings.
I'll make sure to check on Ava, so don't worry. I'm gonna go take a bath now. It's getting late. I completely forgot I had to leave early tomorrow for work. Don't stay up late worrying about us, Nina.
Good night then, Ethan. Ava? I just received a call from your teacher about you skipping school. He told me that you haven't even contacted the school about your absence. What's wrong? Are you feeling sick? Sorry, Mom. Dad told me to take care of Grandpa while he was away. So I've been skipping school. I thought Dad called the school about me being absent. Huh? What do you mean, Ava? Where's Dad? I haven't been able to contact Dad or Grandma. Is there something wrong? I don't know why they're not replying to your calls and texts, but I think they're busy having fun. Dad and Grandma are on a trip right now. Huh? A trip? Just the two of them? Yeah. Huh? Why? Do you remember Grandma's birthday trip? The trip Dad planned as Grandma's birthday present. They went on the planned birthday trip. Does that mean Dad and Grandma are not at home now? Are you alone with Grandpa, Ava? Really? Yes. They said they can't leave Grandpa alone at home, so they left me as his caregiver. I've been alone with Grandpa at home since yesterday morning. Since yesterday morning? Have you been taking care of him alone? How dare they leave you at home alone? You're still a young girl. Ava, I'm so sorry. I bet it's hard to take care of Grandpa alone. Mom, don't worry. I'm okay. Grandpa's been really nice to me. I never felt uncomfortable taking care of him. I also got used to it. Taking care of Grandpa became my job while you were at the hospital. Wait a minute. What do you mean that it's your job? Have you been taking care of Grandpa alone? I thought Dad and Grandma were in charge of taking care of him. No, they told me to do both the housework and caregiving. Since when? Have you been forced to do everything since I got into the accident? Yeah, I was doing things around the house instead of you. It's not like I hate doing housework, so I don't mind. But I'm getting tired with all the work I'm expected to do. Ava, why didn't you call me? I would never have made you do everything alone. You've gotten into an accident and injured yourself, Mom. I didn't want to disturb you. I wanted you to focus on recovering. Grandpa's been insisting to call you, but I decided not to. I'm sorry, Mom. Stop apologizing, Ava. I'm disappointed in myself as a parent. I should have realized your situation sooner. I'm sorry, Ava. No, Mom, it's my fault I didn't tell you. And it made me realize how hard it was to complete all these tasks alone. I never knew it was this hard. Thanks for doing everything for us, Mom. Stop, Ava. There's nothing to thank me about. And there's more things to worry about now. I bet you were overwhelmed with all the responsibilities in the house. Great job, Ava. You should be proud of yourself. I just wanted to help you, Mom, but I'm happy to hear that. I'm so proud of you, Ava. You've worked hard. I'm going to call my parents so that you don't have to deal with everything alone, all right? Once they arrive, they'll help you look after the house. Take some rest, okay? Okay, Mom. I have something to discuss with Dad. How about we go on a trip with just the two of us after I recover? Ethan, I heard you're on a trip right now. What are you thinking?
I knew you were going to find out sooner or later. When I realized that you've been trying to call me, I had this really bad feeling.
Ethan, are you messing with me? Or are you having so much fun that it made you forget your role as a father? I can't believe you're having fun while you force your daughter to skip school so that she can take care of her grandfather.
Hey, don't be so sensitive. You're making me sound like a horrible dad. That doesn't sound really nice.
You're really horrible, don't you think so? Why are you on a trip? I really don't understand. How can you leave your daughter alone?
You've already made reservations. I thought it was better to go as planned rather than paying for the cancellation fees.
Why would you be worrying about cancellation fees in this situation? There's more things to worry about.
Not just that. My mother's been looking forward to this trip. Won't you feel sorry for her if we cancel the trip?
Feel sorry? I can't believe you just said that. Don't you feel sorry for Ava who stays at home alone taking care of her grandfather?
Well, I knew it was going to be hard for her doing everything by herself at home, but it's just that, isn't it?
What do you mean? Be careful with what you say, Ethan. I'm on the verge of exploding with anger. Stop making me more angry with all the nonsense you're about to say.
Wow, you sound really scary. What I'm about to say is not something that would anger you. Ava likes to do housework and to take care of her grandfather in the first place, right?
Huh? You think she enjoys doing it?
Yeah. She always does it without asking us. I'm allowing her to do whatever she wants, but you're blaming me for forcing her to do everything. I don't understand why you're so angry at me.
Ethan, didn't I tell you not to anger me with the nonsense you say? Are you aware of what you just said? You're looking down on Ava, you know that. I can't believe you're her father.
Hey, you're being a bit too harsh on me.
Why would I be able to keep my calm after everything you said? Ava's still in middle school. How can you force her to do everything around the house? And you even left her alone at home without a guardian.
She's not alone, Nina. She's with her grandpa at home. I understand that I was irresponsible for asking Ava to do housework. I don't know why you're angry at me for leaving her at home with Grandpa.
Are you serious? I never knew you were so stupid, Ethan. You can't be serious. Tell me it's a joke.
Of course I'm serious. You're being really rude, you know that? My dad might not be able to take care of himself, but he's still a legal guardian.
I was hoping you might have a good reason to justify your actions. I thought you knew better than this, Ethan. I don't think I can bear it with you anymore. Ethan, let's get divorced.
Huh? Why? I might not be the best father nor husband, but isn't getting a divorce too much?
It's definitely a bigger problem than you think. You don't understand how horrible your choices were as a father. Tell me if you really think you deserve to be Ava's father.
I know why you're so angry at me. You're angry because I left Ava at home and made her do housework and take care of Grandpa.
Yes, that's the biggest reason. And what else? There should be more reasons why I'm angry at you.
Other reasons? There's none. I reflected on my actions, and I regret being a horrible father. Believe me, Nina. Stop being so sensitive and angry at me without any proper reason.
I have other reasons to be angry at you. You really don't seem to understand what you did to your own father. It's as bad as what you did to Ava.
Huh? Why are you suddenly bringing up my dad in the conversation? We weren't talking about him.
You were the one who said it. You just said your father was a legal guardian.
Yeah, he's an adult. So what?
He's an adult but requires special care to fulfill his basic needs. How can he be a guardian when he himself needs care? You're not making sense, Ethan.
Hey, you're the one insulting my dad. Even if he can't look after himself, he's still a full-grown adult.
You're the one insulting us. What if Ava got into trouble while you were away? Your father won't be able to help her. Were you going to blame him if Ava got into trouble? Guardians are there to look after the children.
I know that he can't move. We all know he's too sick to move. I won't blame Dad, obviously. I think all of us are aware of this.
Yeah, we're all aware. But how about your father? How would he feel about it if Ava gets in trouble while you were away? He's too kind to let it go. He'll definitely blame himself for it.
Well, yeah. That might be true.
What are you gonna do? If your father blames himself, Ava will definitely blame herself for getting into trouble. You know how Ava is, and vice versa.
Vice versa?
What if your father's condition got worse while you were away? We never know what will happen. They might encounter an accident while Ava takes care of her grandfather. Who's going to be to blame if an accident happens? How would Ava feel? Have you considered all of these things when you decided to leave for the trip?
I should have been more considerate. I never imagined the worst case scenarios. Sorry.
Stop apologizing. It won't change anything. You don't deserve to be a father nor a husband. An irresponsible person like you.
Wait, Nina. I've reflected on my actions and I regret leaving Ava. I've learned from my mistakes. We'll be on our way home as soon as possible.
So what? What are you going to do coming back home?
I'll take responsibility for my actions and apologize to Ava and Dad. They might not forgive me, but I'll try to express my apology no matter what they say. So please, Nina, we don't have to get divorced.
Do you really think an apology would solve everything? Life is not that easy, Ethan. If you want to take responsibility for your actions, accept our divorce and get out of my sight. That's the best you can do, Ethan. Ethan and his mother returned from their trip in a hurry, and they repeatedly apologized to all of us. But both me and his father never accepted their apology. In the end, his father decided to get a divorce with his mother as well. Ava didn't seem to lose her calm in front of her dad, but she didn't object when we decided to get a divorce and to part ways. I was given custody of my daughter, and I charged him to pay for compensation money as well as child support. My ex-husband and his mother were soon kicked out of the house because his father was the owner of the house. His father then sold the house and moved into a nursing facility. He seems to be enjoying his life in the new environment. I decided to move back into my parents' house with my daughter, and we're currently living a happy, peaceful life. After my ex-husband and his mother were kicked out of the house, they moved into a cheap apartment and are barely making ends meet. Until Ava grows up, I've decided to make him pay for the child support fees. That's the last thing he can do as her father.
Hannah, could you visit me the day after tomorrow?
Hello, Mom. I would love to visit, but I have my part-time job.
I thought you only worked until noon. You could visit us after you're done with your work.
I have to start preparing for dinner as soon as I finish my job, so I don't think I can visit you. Would you mind if I visit you on another day?
Why not the day after tomorrow?
Is there a reason why you want me to visit on that particular date?
You know that we have a funeral next week. I wanted to ask you to clean the gravestones before we have the funeral. I'm getting old and it's hard for me to do it on my own. I won't accept no for an answer.
How about tomorrow? I don't have work tomorrow, so I think I'll be able to help you with the preparations.
I'm not open tomorrow. You can always prepare for dinner after you visit me, or ask Ella to prepare dinner for you.
My daughter is busy studying for her exams. I don't want to disturb her.
She's not that smart. Studying won't take her to a prestigious university. She can spare a few days not studying. I heard you haven't even hired a tutor for her. Doesn't that mean you're not so serious about her education?
No, not at all. Ella told me she didn't need a tutor.
I guess she doesn't take studying seriously either. Robert's son is also preparing for his exams like your daughter, but he has a tutor hired even though it costs him a lot of money. He's aiming to enter one of the most prestigious universities in this state.
Wow.
But look at Ella. She's a problematic high school student. I wonder where her genes come from. I heard you had to talk with her teacher about her attitude at school. What a kid she is. She even punched her classmate last year. I couldn't believe my ears when I heard the news.
I do agree that it was bad to be violent towards the classmates, but she did it to help her friend who was bullied at school. If Ella didn't help her, she might have been bullied even more.
That doesn't justify her actions. Hannah, don't you think you're spoiling her too much? You should teach her what's right and wrong.
I'm proud of my daughter who saved her friends from bullies. It might not have been the best way to help, but she was thanked by her friend and her parents. Ella is very considerate and empathetic.
Like mother, like daughter. I guess she had the wrong role model. I knew you weren't capable of raising a child because you grew up without a father.
I don't think that really matters.
Be sure to come visit me the day after tomorrow. Robert and his wife are busy supporting his son getting ready for his exams. They also have a stable job. Unlike you, who only has a part-time job, you should have some free time to spare.
All right, I'll visit you the day after tomorrow. I want Dad to peacefully rest in heaven after his funeral.
Just say yes if you're gonna agree to it anyways. I wasted time chatting with you. Visit me as soon as you finish your job. Bring the cleaning tools with you, okay?
Half a year later.
Hannah, is Ella trying to get into the Ivy League?
Is that a big deal?
Do you understand how difficult it is?
I've spent most of my life living abroad, so I don't know much about the universities here.
Are you really her mother? She'll never be able to pass.
My husband is in charge of discussing these things with my daughter, and he told me he was positive about her decision.
Huh? Did my son really tell you that?
I'm pretty sure. I think that's why my daughter decided to aim for those universities in the first place.
Well, we never know what awaits in our future, so we can't be 100% sure about it. Her standardized test scores are pretty good. Does her homeroom teacher know about it? Yes, her teachers are supportive of her too. You must be kidding. No, it's the truth. Why would I lie to you? I'll miss her if she